And like you said, Game started dissing you guys. Like when he did 300 bars, you got mentioned.
Of course.
And then you responded with, I think, Real Bitch Boy.
I probably said a few things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure he said a few things as well, but yeah, that's what it was. It was a back and forth thing, you know what I mean? And we got to a point where me and Game almost had a standoff in Vegas
Yeah, during All Star Weekend.
during All-Star Weekend. It was me and Jeezy together. It's the first time me and Game had been in the same place as each other. You know, Game's a real one. And you know, I'm a real one myself. So it was one of them situations where people were so intense and looking for something to happen. And it was a good chance it would happen. So I think I had grabbed the mic and said some shit like, you know what I mean? Cause he was in the same building up there. And I probably had told some shit to Game like, you know, where you at, motherfucker? What, you know, let's get straight to it. Looked up and Game was making his way down the goddamn steps to get to it. You know what I mean? It ain't, what I'm saying is that, you know, ain't no bitching dude blood. He was, you know, even though I was giving that energy off, he was there for it as well. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't get to the point where we became physical with each other, but we both was looking for that. I think at the time, or preparing ourselves for that. I was prepared for it and still is to this day. That's just a part of being who you are in a sense. So it's one of them things where, you know, I felt like, damn, I'm finally right here with homie. He done said this about me and everything, and I'm sure he felt the same. I'm right here with this nigga, and he done said this about me, you know. So that whole that whole shit was just based on me inheriting the loyaltiness to 50s beef on my end and doing what anybody who's a part of a crew, loyal to a crew and standing with that crew through thick and thin. You understand what I'm saying? Whether we was, you know, I never took the time. I fought myself for that today because I never took the time to know what I was actually beefing with that man for. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying? And even now, I don't even know the true facts of what the fuck I was even beefing with him for. No different than Fat Joe or any one of these dudes. You know, I found myself in Chicago one time with a situation with Fat Joe, and me and him ended up really having real words, and it almost got into a real fucked up situation. And, you know, he stood his ground. You know, Fat Joe ain't got no bitch in his blood or none of that shit. So it wasn't like I was pushing a line at these dudes and these dudes running like bitches and shit like that. You know, Fat Joe, Fat Joe like, what's up, motherfucker? Let's do it. And I'm like, well, motherfucker, let's go, you know, type of shit. And police get all in the middle in between of the shit and all that good shit. So, you know, I was one of them ones where, you know, 50 would throw these rocks at these individuals through his music. And in a sense, you know, I'm having an album out left to promote, shows to go do. So I was quicker to run into these individuals that we quote unquote had problems with before him. So I dealt with a lot of that.